Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This Devi Bhujanga composition of Bhagwan Shankaracharya is explaining what we are studying here. जिए चेनी आंग लगे आनंद आपणपा आरोगु लागे सर्वभोक्ता परीने घे जिए विनकाही. We are all of the nature of bliss, but we are unable to discover our own bliss. We require some support. See? Like if you are all alone, why we should be bored? Hey, I am getting bored. Why? I am alone, yaar. Meaning, when you are alone and you get bored, who can help you? Something like, I snore so loudly that because of my snoring, my sleep gets disturbed. What should I do? Don't sleep. But I have to sleep. Then sleep. But then I snore so loudly that again I wake up. See? This is our condition. Then what is to be done? Take some intoxicant and die like a dead fellow. So, this is what our life is. जिए चेनी आंग लगे आनंद आपणा आरोगो लागे. We are blissful. Happiness doesn't come from outside. But we are unable to recognize this, whatever may be the reason. Then what we do? We go and come in contact with some object. Okay. So, maybe I like Rasgulla, or I like kachori, or I like ice cream. See? And then when I take that object, and then, aha, maja aa gaya. Now where from that ananda has come? See, if ice cream can give happiness, really, then everybody should be happy by eating ice cream. But it doesn't happen. See? There are some people, if you give them ice cream, they scream. They don't want ice cream. See? Therefore, now we have to inquire where from that happiness comes. See? So, when we have imagined, and there is no cause for imagination. See, what we are trying to do, go beyond cause and effect. Don't ask question why? Because the sky is too high. So, we are unable to discover own happiness. Then we want to go and help somebody. We want to get help from somebody. So who is available? The worldly objects. So we go and come in contact with one particular object, and then we indulge, and then we feel, I think I was wanting this, therefore I was disturbed. Because I am happy after coming in contact with that object. And then I imagine that when I did not have that object, I was miserable. When I got that object, I am happy. Therefore, happiness has come from that object. See? And we are convinced of this. The second time, we repeat it. Third time, we repeat it. And thereafter, we are so fully convinced, yes, I am clear now. Happiness is coming from that object. And after some time, we become addicted, dependent on that. And if we do not get the object of our addiction whenever we want, we become miserable. And again we confirm, see, when I get that object, I am happy. When I am not getting, I am miserable. Therefore, that object is the source of happiness. See? So what is happening? Our blissful nature is brought to our cognition by indulgence with the worldly objects. See? But actually, if you think coolly, with understanding, with the guidance from the scriptures, then we come to know that we are happy even in the absence of everything. And for that, we have to have the courage to analyze our own experience. And for that, our life must be an experimental existence. See? I'll tell you my experience. I never used to eat sweets, particularly milk sweets. The reason being is not that I don't like, but our Indian people, for them, love means give something sweet to eat. And you can't avoid it. So they are also very smart. Swami Prasad. Then I am also not kacha, untouched. See? So, that was the idea. I was not taking sweets because it becomes too heavy after some time. Everywhere sweet. So I have made it. I don't like sweets, I don't eat. But I used to take black tea with lot of sugar, 2-3 teaspoons. Then my host in South Africa, when I went to stay there for the first time, people make a big how. So they were extremely tense. Now Swami is coming, what is going to happen? Is he going to bounce on us or not? So when I went to their kitchen, started the kettle and found out the tea. Now I know every house in the whole world. So many places I have. So opened it, got my tea leaves and heated the water. And that lady was waiting with the things in the hand, the garland and chandana and all that. My interest was tea, not anything else. And then I prepared tea and I said, hey, where is the sugar? Added 3 teaspoons sugar. First meeting, he says, Swamiji, we were given such information about you that you are very strict, you become very angry and all that. I said, yes, I can show you I am angry. Get tea, get coffee. Then she said, now I am relaxed with you, I will like to tell you something. I am told you don't take sweets. I said, no. But you are taking, I have said, 3 teaspoonful of sugar in 1 cup. In a day, you take 5-6 times. How much sugar you take? And you claim, I don't eat sweets. I said, yes, you are right. I accept this. Then why don't you do this? Stop taking sugar in tea and eat sweets. You can't beat that. I said, okay, I'll stop. No, not now, slowly. That time I told, I said, look here, nothing happens slowly. You have to be firm. No means no. See? Our no is like what? Somebody, please take sweet. No. Our hand goes on somebody else's thali. No. Then come on your thali. Because we want it. See, friends. So I said nothing like that. No means no. I will stop right now. So I didn't take that cup of tea, made another. And first time when I took without sugar, the tongue started, I said, I'm sorry, excuse me, no way. 2-3 days it did trouble me. See? No means no. And slowly it became natural. So earlier I was getting happiness because of sugar. Now I am happy without sugar. If somebody adds sugar, I can't take it. Therefore, what is the source of happiness? Is it the sugar or me? In this manner, conduct experiments on your own life, particularly with reference to the eating habits. Give it a try. Because Santa Jnaneshwara tells, if you control one organ, you have won the world. And one organ is tongue. It's 2 in 1. How to control that? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Non-stop. Chup raho na zara. When we talk unnecessarily, a lot of our energy is wasted. See? And what is that talk? All unwanted. Therefore, our Mahamantra, who asked you? This who asked you mantra I got in Badrinath from one Amma, Bhagavati Amma, she is no more. Once I finished darshan in the morning, 4 o'clock, many years before. Came to her place, nearby only, and I used to sit with her. That time I was pretty young. And she used to give me a cup of tea. I said, Amma, I had decided now. No more lectures. Enough of lectures. So she started laughing. I said, what is there to laugh? Is it a joke? She said, this is the best joke I ever heard. I said, what is the joke? This was her word. Who asked you? Did Narayana ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No. Did I ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No. Whose question you are answering? Dekho Maharaj. This is mantra, mantranat mantra. This gives us direction in life. But normally we have that notion. When something is said in Sanskrit, it is mantra. No. See. I remember many years before, from our Kailash ashram, there used to be now that Mahamandaleshwar is not there. I was very close to him. He was staunch against English. Staunch. English is a mleccha bhasha, should not be used for our scriptures. And as the time passed, he used to come to Bombay and I used to be with him for some time. Every time the same standard statement. If you want to listen Gita in English, go to Swamiji. Every time, same thing. And once he said, I have my commentary on Gita in notes form in Sanskrit. Will you please translate in English so that many people can know that? See? Obsessions. We have to recognize that we are obsessed with something or the other. And therefore, this obsession can be removed only by knowing how we are living. Many times we talk unwanted. So one organ we have to control is the tongue, talking. And second is eating. See? Unless these two things are under perfect control, we have not yet stepped on the spiritual path. Many people do that. Observe mauna, keeping a tape on the lips. Why? Maun. Then they have got a paper and pen. So you are transferring the job of one clerk to another clerk. Because one person is absent. Therefore, this discovery is the source of all spiritual practice. We are not able to do. Then what we do? Je cheni angalage ananda apana pe arogo lage. So we take support of worldly objects and indulge with that. And we discover happiness. See? But what happens? Once we repeat it again and again, we become dependent and enslaved. So here the teacher says, Sarva bhokta pari neghe jiye vinagai. See? But if there is nothing to enjoy, he doesn't become miserable. Are we not so? In the waking we have got all comforts, achievements, etc. In deep sleep we have nothing. Do we miss anything? So the analysis is, where from do we get the happiness in deep sleep? It doesn't come from sense organs, it doesn't come from sense objects, it doesn't come from feelings, emotions, it doesn't come from understanding or not understanding. It is inherent happiness. When everything is absent, it is revealed. That is Mahashunya, Mahashunyasa Utkarshu. So that which is giving support to even the ultimate absence, that is the truth. And for that, whenever we are indulging in this world, so Sarva Bhokta Pari Nege Jye Vinakahi. The moment we are enjoying something, remove that. No, am I enjoyer? No, I am not enjoyer. But am I not? Yes, I am there. So I was playing the role of an enjoyer when the object is there. When the object is not there, enjoyer has gone. I am the same. With my wife, I used to be miserable as a husband. Now either she has gone or I have divorced. Then, who has gone? Husband. Where he has gone? Nowhere. He was never. The more we recognize this principle, conditioned expression is an appearance, does not exist. Like the things in the mirror, they appear, they don't exist. And therefore, for the things appearing in the mirrors, we do not want to improve them, we do not want to change them, we do not desire them, we don't want to destroy them, because all of them do not influence the mirror. Exactly the same way, when our mind instrument is like the mirror, we live in this world cheerfully, happily, like any average person. But we do not get influenced by anything like any average person. Therefore, spiritual evolution is not becoming someone extraordinary. So, Sarva Bhokta Pari Neghe. So, we live this life cheerfully, happily. This is what the Shiva, with the help of the Shakti, in this relative world, he is indulging, enjoying, but he is not enslaved by them. Therefore, Sarva Bhokta, he is going through all the experiences, good, bad, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi, Pari Neghe Jye Vinakahi. But if there is no waking, the waker doesn't lose anything, because waker himself was an illusion. If the dream goes, neither the dreamer lose anything, nor the other person lose anything. In this manner, all these four experiences, they are in the relative world, supported by the Shiva, the substratum. In this manner, without this relativity, life cannot be explained. But without the absolute, the relativity cannot exist. And therefore, Jaya Priyache Je Ang, Do Priya Jiye Chang, Kalavuni Doni Bhaga, Jivite Ahadi. See, these clothes are on my body. So if my body is not there, these clothes cannot stay. In the same manner, I am Shiva is the body of the Prakriti, the clothes. How simple it is. Shiva, Jaya, Priyache, Je, Anga. Anga means body. So the Prakriti, the manifest world, is supported by the substratum, which is giving existence to the whole world of relative existence. Jaya, Priyache, Je, Anga. Jo, Priya, Jiye, Anga. And he is not bringing himself out. He is only giving liveliness to the Prakriti, the whole relative world. Kalavuni Doni Bhaga, Jeveti Adi. And thus they together stay in such a manner that the appearance of relativity is available and yet nothing is happening, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Mandukya Karika, in the very first Agam Prakaranam, Gaudapadacharya clearly tells, Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthata. Ittesha paramarthata, this is the ultimate truth. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nobody is seeking, nothing is sought. Then, chai piyo. खाली पीली सीरीज होकर के if you have studied Vedanta, you have lost your right to be miserable. दुखी भी नहीं होने देते, नहीं. Make the miseries miserable. So Kalavuni Doni Bhaga, both of them, the substratum and superimposed, both are wonderful in their own place. Now stand another standpoint. If there is no light, can we think of sun? If there is no heat, can we think of fire? If there is no sweetness, can we think of Gujarati food? Good Jews are very sweet people. See? Even when they must be sweating, it must be the sugar coming out of them. So wherever they go, there will be chiti here. See, friends. Therefore, when we are looking at the sunlight, we are reminded of the sun. When we are looking at the child, we are reminded of the father. When we are looking at the world, we are reminded of Paramatma. This is what it is said in Upanishad, Deha Bhimane Galite, Vidnyate Paramatmani. Then, Yatra Yatra Mano Yati, Tatra Tatra Samadhaya. This thought Tulsidaji Maharaj puts in his Ramcharitmanas at the end. Kamihi Nari Piyari Jimi Lobihi Priya Jimi Dham Timi Raghunath Nirantara Priya Lagaho Mohiram. As for a greedy person, money is the only criteria of life. Money, 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 nothing else. Wherever he will go for whatever purpose, his attention is how much will I get, how much I can save. See? Timi Raghunath Nirantara. So a greedy person doesn't think, you must have seen, I have seen this in Delhi and in North, Punjabis do this thing. Suppose they want to give something as a donation in something and it's a thali. So they have got let us say, 10 rupees note. So they will be putting 10 rupees note and take out the 9 rupees from them. Now who is going to count whether it is 9 or 11? For the first time when I saw that, I saluted. I said, you are great. Lobhi priyajimidam. Like a greedy person thinks about money and nothing else. In the same manner, let me see the divine in and through every experience of my life. How do we know we have that experience? When experiencer is not born. See, my friends, therefore don't become serious. आज का मेडिटेशन में मजा आ गया, जम गया था. Is it आइसक्रीम? जम गया. And those who have the experience of meditation as an experiencer, they suffer the most in the experience. Because they want to repeat the same experience. कल वाला हो ही नहीं रहा. Remember this thing. Nothing is repeated in this world. Because the truth is one without a second. You cannot repeat it. Whatever you will be repeating, it will be creating samsara. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. And then it goes so fast and so quickly because they have no time and they have to finish it. And then if they are a Gujarati and Krishna Bhakta, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai SK, Jai SK, Jai SK, Jai SK. Krishna becomes so confused. What is the Jai SK? This Jai Shri Krishna. Okay. Krishna doesn't know English. He was from Gujarati. देखो महाराज, remain relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. See? So जया प्रिय चे जे आंग, दो प्रिय जिये ची चांग, काल उनी दोनी भाग, जेविते आदि. Therefore, in every experience, the truth is revealed if we are aware of that. What is awareness? Whenever we are in a good mood, even ordinary things do not disturb us. But when we are in a bad mood, even the God will disturb us. दुनिया बनाने वाले काहे को बनाई दुनिया? See? Thank God, God doesn't know Hindi. He told me he doesn't. He understands only Sanskrit. This I learned from one of my Sindhi friend. See? He told me, last time you told us that you must learn something or the other, then the child in you will not die. We should remain as a child throughout life. Don't become old. So he said, I have learned, I have understood your principle, so I have started learning. I said, very good. Do you know what? I said, I don't know, I don't want to know. No, I want to tell. I said, tell. I am learning Sanskrit. I said, very good. Do you know why? I said, I don't know and I don't want to know. No, I heard in heavens they talk Sanskrit. So he must be a Sindhi up to bone marrow. See? A Sindhi is born with a calculator in the hand, you know that. They cannot think about anything except money. So, जैसी का समीरा सकट गति का सोनिया सकट कांति तैसी शिवेशी शक्ति आगवी चजे. Now a few examples are given. जैसी का समीरा सकट गति, like the air is associated with the movement, का सोनिया सकट कांति, gold is associated with the brightness, तैसी शिवेशी शक्ति आगवी चजे. In the same manner, the Shakti, the Prakriti is for the Shiva, the substratum. In this manner, Shiva Shakti is recognized only by this way. When we see the brightness, then the question comes, whose brightness? When we take something sweet, then we ask, is it sugar or is it a sweetener? So from the object we come to the subject. From the superimpose we come to the substratum. And this is how it is given. Taisi Siveshi Shakti Agavisade. Ka Kasturi Sagata Parimala Ushme Sagata Anada Taisa Shakti Shi Kevada Shivachizo. Like the Kasturi is associated with the fragrance or is the fragrance. Ushme Sagata Anada. Similarly, heat and the fire. Taise Shiveshi Shakti Shi Kevada Shivachizo. And therefore, Shakti cannot remain independent of the Shiva, and Shiva cannot express without the Shakti. Rati Ani Divo, Pataliya Suryacha Thavo, Taisi Apula Sachi Vavo, Ye Doge. See? Rati Ani Divo, day and night, they have no place in the sun. Yesterday I told you this example. If we want to know what is sunlight, the only way to express is sunlight is dark light. Because lightness and darkness have no place in the sunlight. What we see is the daylight, is not a sunlight. And the daylight can happen only if there is something to reflect upon. See, when we go out, in between us also there is sunlight. In the sky there is sunlight, but we don't see there. Unless there is something to reflect upon, be attentive. Exactly the same way, be very attentive. Same way. Pure conscious existence is like the space, but we are not able to experience because it is not reflected. What we can see, I see in him reflected consciousness. See, friends. Electricity we don't see. What we see in the bulb, reflected electricity. Original can never be experienced. It is only the manifest that can be experienced. See? Once I went somewhere in other country, probably Portugal. Very big Mahatmas. And I was alone, ekam eva dvitiya. Nobody to carry my asan. You know, Mahatmas, they have got somebody to carry their asan. So wherever they sit, they put the asan. Because they know their Mahatma will spoil it. I am always surprised. Why they keep that asan? No? Like small kids you take in the lap. Put something. Who knows? Mahatmas are like Balavat. Karo kahin. Krishna. So I was there all ekam eva dvitiya. And then everybody, whoever was called for giving talk, then his sevak will go. And near that podium, he will be keeping the glass and the handkerchief and everything and standing there. So that is the standard presentation of the Mahatma. So when I had to go, I just went over there and started. So nobody with him. Kanhaiya is with me. And then afterwards, the lecture started. Dhum dhadaka, ha ha hu ha ha hu. Dhum dhadaka. After that was over, they all said, Swamiji, why didn't you start right from the beginning till the end? All people are making us bored. So earlier, that was unmanifest, not reflected, therefore not known. See? Paramatma is known only when manifested. Manifestation of the Paramatma is this world. From the effect, we go to the cause. If there is no effect, cause cannot be ascertained. When we go to the doctor, we have the symptoms. We tell the symptoms to the doctor. And from that symptoms, doctor arrives at the cause. This is the cause. See? In the same manner, दिवा आणि रातो पातलिया सूर्याचा ठाव. If you hold on to the sun, in the sun and the sunlight, there is neither day nor light. There is no, diva rato means what? There is no duality. There is no dvandva. There is only Surya, the sun, which is both the substratum and the light, both of them. Taisa apula sachi vavo je doge. Therefore, the sun and the sunlight, they exist together exactly the same way. Shiva and the Shakti, Paramatma and his Prakriti, they are always together. And therefore, Paramatma, Shiva is not influenced by the Shakti, and the Shakti is not against Paramatma. This Shiva Bhujanga, this Devi Bhujanga I was playing, in that, this is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya says. That, O mother, you have only created this problem in Shiva, and you only can help us to get out of it. We cannot do anything. And then we know, you will tell us, there is no bondage, there is no liberation, and there is no good, there is no bad. So why did you create this? Please help me. And without your grace, I cannot know Shiva. See, friends, therefore be attentive. Therefore, if we are at peace and at home with His creation, then only we can discover Him. If we are at war with anybody, we cannot know the truth. See? Therefore, Tesa apula sachi vavo je doge. So like the sun and the light are one, similarly the Shiva and the Shakti are one, the Purusha and Prakriti are one, they are not separate. And together they merge in the Param Shiva, in the Brahman. Kim bahunatiye pranavakshari virudatiye dashechihi vairiye Shiva Shakti. Pranava is Om. See? In Mandukya Upanishad, this Om is explained very exhaustively. The Om is Uma. A refers to the waking experience for the waker, U for the dreamer and dream world, and Ma for the prajna and the deep sleep. So, Uma. This is called as Abhidhana, name. And these three experiences, Abhidheya, the objects. So, this Om is explaining Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. After that, it is followed by silence. It is called as Amatra, not measured. It is infinite. Words can be measured. Silence cannot be measured. The world can be measured. Paramatma cannot be measured. Amatra. It is not limited by any measurement. Therefore, here, Kimbahunatiye Pranavakshari Virudutiye. This Om is indicating the three, but he is not limited by the three. Therefore, waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, deep sleep comes and goes, the Uma come and go, but the silence has never come and never gone. Everything is happening in the silence. That ultimate Shunya, that ultimate silence is our essential nature. Now, this ultimate silence is not against sounds. So, Kim Bahunatiye, Pranavakshari Virutiye, Dashechihi, Vairiye, Shiva Shakti. So, from the Shiva Shakti, from the creation, from the life point of view, be attentive. Life is what? Shiva Shakti together. Now, out of the life, then the mind comes. Then from the mind, sense organs come. From the sense organs, the sense objects come. See? And then waking experience, dream experience, deep sleep experience. It is said here, Dashechehi Vairiye. From the absolute standpoint, waking, dream, deep sleep has no existence. Like from the spaces point of view, there is no north, east, west, south. See? Therefore, look at the world as God looks at His creation. As we look at our children, even the ugliness in the child is glorified by the parents. Therefore, बुरी नजर वाले अपनी नजर टेस्ट करा ले. बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई. When this change in our vision comes, then only we will be able to peep beyond the obvious and discover the substratum, like a jeweler. And in that jeweler shop, one lady goes to buy something. One of my friend in Bahrain, he is a jeweler. So he took me to his shop to show the things. Somewhere one, what do you call that, necklace was hanging. I said, hey, is this for some temple, such a heavy thing? How much is the weight? He said, it is almost 850 grams. I said, किसी भैंस को लगाना है क्या? I tell you, even the Rudraksha mala I can't keep. It's so heavy. Hey? No, Swamiji, this is a designer's piece. Means what? This is the only piece in the whole world. All these designer fellows are crazy. See? So, the how much he is told, some huge. I said, then what is that the lady see in this thing? Swamiji, I'll tell you the fact. We just tell them, this is the only piece. Nowhere in the world this design is made. And on you it will look very good. So, she just put some, how I look? Oh, you look like Indrani. And then she gets that. And like, the huge thing you must have seen in villages, when the buffaloes or animals are very unruly, they put a rod in their neck and then they drag like that. So that way, Now why they get attracted? Because their attention is on the name and the form and the glitter. But the jeweler's attention is on the gold. In the same manner, average people like us, their attention is only on the multiplicity of names and forms. But the great masters, they look in and through all the names and forms, the one substratum. Their attention is there. They are like the jewelers, and we are like the people going to the shopping. Change the vision. See, friends, we have to go beyond the obvious perception. And we can go that only if we have discovered ourselves. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. We all look upon the world as we have taken ourselves to be. Now I take myself to be a sannyasi. So for me, what is the world? Sannyasi and non-sannyasi. I take myself to be a man. Then what is the world? Man and woman. I take myself to be rich. Then what is the world? Rich and poor. So we are taking ourselves to be a conditioned expression. If you take from the absolute standpoint, I am alive and life is common. And when I discover the truth that I am, from that standpoint, this world is nothing but Paramatma. Like for the jeweler, every ornament is nothing but gold. And we basically pay for the gold and little amount for the karigari, for the person who makes the ornament. Exactly the same way. Unless we discover ourselves to be this divine self, we will not be able to discover the divinity in the whole world. Therefore, Adhyatma pertaining to the self. And if we have to focus ourselves on the self, then we must withdraw from the world. don't get involved too much in this world. Up to particular limit, beautiful. Jitna kaam hai, utna karo. Otherwise, we become social worker and suffer. Kim mohunati pranavakshari viruduti dashe chehi vairiye. So from the substratum point of view, there is no jagra sapna sushupti samadhi. Be attentive. From the vision point of view, there is no red, green, yellow, blue. From the mind point of view, there is no eyes, nose, skin, etc. From the intellect point of view, there is no joys, the joy or sorrows, likes or dislikes. From the Chaitana point of view, there is no I versus you. From Paramatma, Shuddha Chaitanya point of view, there is nothing but that alone. This journey from the relative to the absolute, this journey from the periphery to the center, this journey from the many to the one, eka chintanat nashametyadaha. See, therefore the last prayer in that Divi Bhujanga is, O Mother, please help me to destroy my mind. See, destruction of the mind means what? What we normally see. People take drinks and drugs and destroy their mind. That is not destroy. That is keeping the mind to sleep. Destruction of the mind has a different understanding. Mind has got two aspects. One is perception, second is projection. Perception aspect is God's creation. Projection is our creation. See? So destruction of the mind means what? Let us learn to stop projecting. And how do we project? By giving comments. And how to stop that? Dekho suno mata bolo. See, you are all repeating this mantra, and I am sure there must be some minds. What is this mantra? This is nonsense. This is satsanga. In the satsanga, this can do life with the time. I will not tell who is saying this, but I know. I know that. But I tell you, in Cape Town, we were somewhere and my host, very nice lady, her husband also attended satsang, a rare thing. So, because normally it doesn't happen. So, she was telling me, Swamiji, first time when I heard this mantra, I was thinking, what is this? Then you told, repeat this mantra every day 5 times. And I am doing that. And initially I felt how funny it is. Is it a mantra? For us, mantra means something in Sanskrit which we don't understand. It is a mantra. See? Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanat Mrityor Mokshiya Mamrtat. क्या समझ में आया? Then he said, now I am getting the real benefit of this mantra. How come? Then she said, Swamiji, you know, my daughters, yes, they were having this thing, that thing. And I nearly said something to her. And that would have created a big problem in our house. I know. Then I remembered your mantra. Who asked you? So I kept quiet. Because it is going on in the mind constantly. So at the right time, you will get the right direction from within. See? Dekho suno mat bolo. Go ahead. It is so perfect, my friends. Try this. See? Life is a time. Don't become serious too much in life, When you go to, let us take a vacation on a nice cruise or somewhere, do you sit there for meditation? Where you go after your marriage for the first honeymoon. These days people go many times, many marriages. So, when you go for the first time for the honeymoon, that time, do you sit this meditation? Let us meditate. In the same manner, here we are only to celebrate life. Don't become serious unnecessarily. Kim mahunatiye pranavakshari virutiye dashe chehi vairiye shiva shakti. Therefore, all these things come and go. Don't become serious unnecessarily. I happened this thing. I had a bad dream last night, and I could not sleep. Because you are realized. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sahi. See, friends. Continuing further. He aso nama rupacha bhedashira gilita ekarthacha ujira namotaya shiva vohara jnana devo bhane. See? Hey, also, now enough, I explained Shiva Shakti sufficiently. Nama Rupacha Bheda Shira. See, Shira is a secret sweet, what you call halwa. If you want to really enjoy prasad, go to any Gurudwara. They don't give prasad, it's a small spoon. What is a small spoon? The spoon which is used for cleaning the ear. With that, Daridri, you go to Gurudwara, and lot of ghee also there. Not dry kind. Sukha karta ho. Hey, aso naam rupata bhedashira. The secret of the duality of names and forms. See, beautiful it is. Namarupada Bheda secret. Te aso, now enough. What? Namarupada Bheda Sira, the secret of the division between the name and the form. Girita Ekarthaza Ujira. When I say Rasgulla, this is the name and the object is the form. When I eat that, they both together go inside. Then only the experience happens. Simply you say, Rasgulla, 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 Krishna, nothing will happen. See? So, Nama, Rupa must merge together. See, friends. And wherefore the Nama, Rupa have come? They have come from the Param Shiva, the Brahmana. The same Brahman with his inherent potentiality, ready to manifest, is Ishvara in Vedanta and Shiva in this Shaiva Siddhanta. Name are different, meaning is the same. Therefore, this multiplicity of the creation is Girita Ekarthata Ujira. So when you are pulling one leg of this chair, the other leg also comes out along with. In the same manner, when you talk of name, the form also comes. When you take the form, name also comes. See? When the meaning of every word culminates into the experience of I, then we have understood the meaning. Like, suppose somebody's name is Ashok, imagine, and you know that fellow is Ashok, so you be away from him or her, and then simply say that word, you know Ashok, don't say anything. And you tell, now you laugh loudly. And the other girl, she laughs, ha 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 ha. Now that word Ashok he has heard. Rest of the things he didn't hear. But that girl was laughing after Ashok was said. Now his mind is in turmoil. So he goes and asks, why are you laughing? Who are you to ask me? I'll do whatever I like. No, Swamiji told you something. No, he didn't tell me anything. So he comes to me. Swamiji, what did you tell her? Why she was laughing? I said, she was laughing. Ask her, what do you know? What did you tell him? I didn't tell her anything. Then why she is laughing? I said, how do I know? But you said Ashoka and then after she was laughing. Now for him, Ashoka means I. So much one with that name. Name and form together. Exactly when we say Om Namah Shivaya, when this will lead to the self. See, in Shiva Sutra, one sutra comes Mantra Chaitanya. Such a small sutra. Mantra Chaitanya. You start Vaikhari, Om Namah Shivaya. Mature your Vaikhari, purify the Vaikhari, come to Madhyama, Om Namah Shivaya. Mature and purify the Vaikhari, come to the Pashyanti. And from then onward, Ishvaranugrahateva, Bhagavan will take over. And when he wants, he will absorb us in him. Thereafter, we disappears. Only he remains. This is the meaning. Here so, Nama Rupasa Bhedashira, Girita Ekarthasa Ujira. So name and form may be two, but they are one essentially. Like the Rasgulla name and object, they are not two. Be attentive. Objects, forms are outside. Names are inside. The mic doesn't know its name is mic. I know. So where is the mic? The mic is both outside and inside. How? When the mic is included in the mind. When the outside mic is included in the mind and the name is also in the same mind. Therefore, the whole world is in the mind. Ekartha, one mind is supporting the whole universe. And this mind is the expression of the Chaitana, that of the Chaitanya. See, this is the meaning. Girita Ekartha Ujira, Namotaya Shiva Vohara, Jnana Devo Mane. So we salute to that Paramatma who is appearing as Shiva and Shakti, and salutation will be of what kind? See? Sashtanga Dandavat. See, there are different types of Namaskar, you must have seen. You start from south. Dhada Sashtang Namaskar. See? Ashtanga, 8 points are touching the ground. Ashtanga. Then you come little ahead. Maharashtra. Maharashtra is Kaddu Kaat Namaskar. You see these Maharashtrian ladies when they do Namaskar? If you put there chakku and keep kaddut. This is ladies. Gents, Maharashtrian gents, they do Namaskar to themselves. They don't do you. Come here, Namaskar. Maybe they are indicating do Namaskar to me. And then you come to our Punjab. They threaten you. That's it. Only not the hand, even the shoulders move a little. Now tell me, when you see this in this world, how can you be miserable? See? But everywhere, Gambhiranand. What happened? Vedanta ho gaya inko. So Vedanta has become a disease now. Unnecessary miserable. So, Namo Taya Shiva Vohara Jnana Devo Mane. So Jnanadev Maharaj says, I salute to this Shiva Shakti who are appearing to be two but they are one. So if I have to salute the Nama Rupa, where will I go? I will come to the mind. Because both of them are in the mind. If this point you get properly, I am not in the body is in me. See? The prana is not in the body. The body is in the prana. Externally, what is called air is internally called as prana. See? External air, when it comes in the contour line of our body, and this contour line is drawn, take any point and from there it is called Dvadashangula. Suppose you take the cranium. Whatever is the distance, this is called Dvadashangula, 12 fingers. From there is like a magnetic field, there is a consciousness field around everybody. When the external air comes in this area, it gets slowly converted into prana, vyana, apana, udana, samana, krukala, dhananjaya, etc. So external air and internal air, they are one and the same. Therefore, body is in the prana, prana is not in the body. Similarly, external objects are known internally and it has to be the same mind. Therefore, mind is one, internal, external is with reference to body. Therefore, in the mind is the prana and the body. Slowly you start expanding. Your individuality will dissolve like the ice cubes dissolve in the water. And what are the signs of dissolving this? We lose all our specialities. What are our specialities? Name and form. See? When name and forms are dissolved, without effort you are silent. But you are not sleeping. Thus, dissolving the objects in the sense organs, dissolving the sense organs in the mind, dissolving the mind in the eye, dissolving the eye in the Chetana, the life, dissolving the Chetana in the Chaitanya. This is the real meaning of Namaskar. See? Namaskar is not keeping oneself separate from others. This is how Manishwar Maharaj will do the Namaskar to Shiva Shakti. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameshvavashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.